Hello everyone. Welcome to a Dance of Lions. I am Lee Kok Leong. I have strong interest in Cantonese culture. My books, 广东马姐 and Breaking the Waves, 大眼鸡越洋人, were shortlisted as the best books by the Singapore Books Council. My research was used to set up the Kwong Wai Siu Hospital Heritage Gallery and the Kwong Wai Siu Peck San Theng Heritage Gallery. Some of you may have visited these places during the past heritage festivals. Recently, I edited the book, Lion Dance, A Century of Singapore's Intangible Heritage. Most of the work was co-supported by NHB. Well, talking about lion dance, we have two lion dance coaches joining us today to share about their experiences in this performance art. First, let's welcome Jack Tan.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Jack. Jack is the Deputy Secretary General and former Department Head of Martial Arts from the Tsing Athletic Association. He has been active in lion dance since his juvenile years. Next, a warm welcome to Lee Kai Keong.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Kai Keong. Kai Keong is the head coach of Hok San Association Lion Dance Troupe. You will see him conducting training in the association every Sunday morning without fail. Lion dance is popular, especially in the Chinese circle. There are so many lions running around in the Western world during Chinese New Year season. Lion dance may be broadly classified into Northern and Southern lions, of which Jack and Kai Keong are representing. It's fabulous to see that the two lions, or different styles of lions, varies in Singapore. The oldest lion dance troupe in Singapore has already celebrated its 100th birthday. It is the Hok San Association Lion Dance Troupe. The founding members for this troupe were coolies who worked and lived on Hong Kong Street back then. Tsing Athletic Association formally established the Northern Lion Dance Troupe in 1947 after World War II. There were only 3 formally registered lion dance troupes at that time: the Hok San Association, Gong Zhao Wei Gun, and Tsing Athletic Association. You may notice that they are all from Kreta Ayer, which local lion dance began to take shape. However, lion dance became popular since the 1950s. Would you like to make a guess? How many lion dance troupes in Singapore today? 50? 88? 168? Well, there are about 300 registered troupes, but not all are active. Most of them usually perform during Chinese New Year for Cai Qing. This is the season to generate income to meet most, if not all, expenses for the following year. The general perception of lion dance are Chinese culture, harmonious, entertaining, and probably auspicious, among others. However, do bear in mind that there were no lion in China at the very first instance. Lion was imported from Middle East during the Silk Road era. More than 1,500 years ago, such dance was performed at the imperial court. The dancers had to put up lion face masks instead of carrying lion heads. During the Song Dynasty about 1,000 years ago, the lion's outlook took the shape of Northern lion. Southern lion was developed much later in the Qing Dynasty and related to anti-Qing movement, 反清复明. The more popular ones are Foshan and Hok San lions. The others include Hainan lions, Hakka lions, and Hokkien green lions. Interestingly, Singapore also designed its own lion about 15 years ago. The Singapore lion has unique characteristics, probably drawing ideas from the Merdeka lions and the Mer lion. The music is a mixture of Chinese, Malay, and Indian drums, representing our multiracial society. But this lion had been forgotten very soon. What are your views about this particular lion? As a little boy, in the good old days, I had been watching the Hok San lion and Jingwu lion dance in the now demolished National Theatre. I was fascinated by those performances. Now, I would like to pass the airtime to the two speakers to help us to recap the memories. So first, let's start with Kai Keong. What are the unique features of Southern lions and for the Hok San lion?
Okay, for me, with our Southern Lion dance, you have to have this martial art background that you to perform. So the martial art have to have the requirement of Mapu. And we Hok San Association Lion dance, we imitate the movement of the cat family. And performance are required to present the 7 manifestations. The 惊怒喜怡醉睡醒. These 7 movements you have to be inside the lion dance. So the martial art is teaching you your body, your arm strength, your waist strength, all this, so that you can carry that lion dance and dance.
Kai Keong is interesting because a lion is a lion. Why the lion mimic the cat movement?
Well, because when you perform the lion dance, then you have this movement of the cat, that you have this jing, you have fear, you have anger, you have cross states, you have this uneasy, unsteady, and drunkenness and awake. So to perform like a cat, so that it's gentle but it's fear, and the key step that you have to dance all this inside the lion dance.
I see. So does your lion bite actually?
Well, in the old days, when you need to learn martial art, because it's to make sure that you have to protect yourself and to hold your lion's head, and when the opponent is approaching to you, 就是卫士，就是 then the other side and the opponent and your side, the lion have to approach together and shake hands. So that moment you have to make sure that you are ready and stand by your mapu to see.
Okay, interesting. So how about Jack? What are the unique features of northern lions and for Jingwu lion especially?
For Jingwu lion, it was brought in 1934 by our grandmaster Wei Yanfeng and his uncle Yue Tian. It's brought in from Hubei Baoting. So at that time, the lion is very heavy. The lion head is made of clay, which is about 10 kg. And the body is made of abacus, also 10 kg. So in total, it's about 20 kg. You need a very strong person to do the movement. So through transformation, we have cut down and changed it to lighten the load so that we can maneuver easily. So currently, the lion head has cut down to about 3.3 kg and the body is 2.7. So in total, it's about 5 kg. So it's a little bit different from southern lion, where you have the 7 movement like 惊怒喜意醉睡醒. So we are very particular and about the movement. So like the 搔痒 tickling, 伸摇, 鹤仙 yawning, 俯卧 which is stretching, 趴 or 坐 that means lying down or sitting down. All this minute movement is very important, and it should match the rhythm of the drums and the luo cha. So in our northern lion, we use Peking opera drumming and luo cha and suo na. So, and they have to perform in a pair with a xia si, which we call the knight, and they have the ball to tame the lion and play with the lion.
I have to remember the knights who jumping up and down holding a ball that to tease the lions. Yeah, I remember that. But when you mention about your lion head is 10 kg and the lion body is another 10 kg, so that means the dancer have to carry 20 kg of weight dancing around for perhaps 15 minutes to half an hour?
Yes, exactly. At that time, our performance normally lasts about 10 to 15 minutes. And the performer must be very strong. That is during the olden days. But through transformation, we have reduced the weight.
Yeah, when you say about reducing the weight, just now you mentioned about 3.7 kg and another 2 point something
it's
kg.
3.3 kg for the head.
Yeah.
And the body is 2.7 kg.
So combined is still about 6 kg.
So it's about 5.
Okay.
So almost 6. Yes.
Yeah, it's heavy. So it's like when you're performing the lion's dance, it's like doing national service, those kind of training, you know.
Yes, it's actually quite tough. That's why you need some martial art basics comes in.
Yeah, so understand. So for that, may I ask two of you, how many years have you been practicing such piece of art? And how did you get into the art of lion dance?
For me, because I was on age of 12, I joined in the Hok San, and I get to know my master, Li Wenzhong, and he teaches us the lion dance. But before you go through the lion dance, you need to basically have the martial art training. Once about 3 years, 2 to 3 years of martial art training, master 8, then when you come to your lion dance. So lion dance in Hok San is a program. You have to have 2 stages. One stage is the Bai Si Men. The other stage is the 3 cages. It's a cage that has 3 holes. The lion is there. So all the master step, all the steps that about 18 to 20, all the steps from there in the cage you have to learn. The student have to finish all the steps and come up from there. Then that is how you master the lion head. The lion head and the lion tail, they have to always admire themselves. They have to have the mapu, the martial art mapu, to show that they are not dancing. They actually have that skill sharpness there. But also you have to understand the movement of the cat step, that you have to be fear, and you have to be encouraged or drunkest or sing, awake, all these out moment to go in.
Wow, okay. So you started so young, and now
I started so young.
Probably close to 60 already.
And you have to understand that the lion head is giving the lead to the performing. Like Tai Ching, you have to have a lot of key steps to get inside, and which key step the lion head is to lead. The head is to structure, to hold the head. So the movement they dance, they still have to maintain the cat movement.
Wow.
And the drum is listen to the head. Whatever the head is teaching of what step, then the drum have to beat what step on it.
Okay, so the music follow the lion.
Yes. And especially the law. The law is the soul of the whole program.
Okay. Yeah.
Without the law, I think the music will be not very lively.
Okay, so it's the dancer. It's not the dancer to follow music. It's the other way around. Yeah.
Yes, the other way now. So the lion head must understand which key step you have to go in.
Yeah.
That is Hok San.
Okay.
Hok San style.
How about Jingwu? So for Jack, how many years have you been practicing such martial art and such a lion dance? How do you get into such game then?
When I was a small boy, I am already watching the members training, because when I opened my backyard, it's the training ground of Chinwu, which is the current Dr. Plain Park. So I joined in 1974 when at the age of 13, and I started practicing martial arts. From martial arts, we go to acrobats, gymnastics, because to do the xiashi, you need to know some gymnastics. And after that, to lion dancing, and then drumming, all this.
Wow, I see. So you can actually do turning and all this in the air now.
Yes.
Oh,
we do all this somersault, because most of the time, because of my height, I won't be doing the lion head, although I'm trained. And I did perform as a lion back most of the time, because to be the lion head is better to get a shorter person. So for me, most of the time, I'm doing the xiashi.
Oh, I see. So probably I saw you in the good old days then.
Perhaps so.
Okay, then can you share with us what are the most fascinating and the most challenging part of sustaining a lion dance troupe in Singapore? And for so many years, why do you still doing it? Perhaps Kai Kiong first. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, because as I say, you need to master the whole key step that Hok San have, and when you performing Tai Chi, you need to understand which type of key step to put into that performing, and when you dance that time, you have to understand that when you change your key step, the drum must understand where is it. I was so exciting with all those programs and learning all these things from my master Li Wenzhong, and my grandmaster is Mr. Lee 也是两个口的姓口的啊。
Oh, are you related then?
No, but we are such considered the surname is the same.
I see. So you're talking about all this interesting thing about the drumming, about the dance, have to follow the drum and all this. And do you actually use all this to do your Tai Chi and all this? Are they applied to Tai Chi and all this?
Yes. All this to Tai Chi one, because when in the old days when you Tai Chi is not you prepare the thing, it's the one who call you to come over to Tai Chi, they prepare the thing for you. Once you go there, you won't know what is going on. So whatever they put, display the thing, then you have to understand how to go inside and Tai Chi.
I see.
There's a lot of view of
what Qing is that? What Qing is that?
Like mostly like 水盆青，还有那个 benches. The benches when the red packet is in the center is different. The red packet is in the head of one side is also a different thing. Like a sugar cane. A sugar cane. Then they present as a snake on the door that blocking the door. So the lion had to take care of the sugar cane and all this.
Wow, interesting. We will talk about that later. Let's hear from Jack first. Yeah, about the fascinating and the challenging part for you to sustain the lion dance.
To train, train.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah, it's important for us to continue the culture because next year is also Singapore Chinwu 100th anniversary. In fact, this year our headquarters in Shanghai Chinwu already celebrating the 110th anniversary. So with all this long history and culture, it will be a waste if we do not spread on and pass down to the next generation.
Okay, so you have a mission to fulfill in that sense, I guess.
Yes, of course.
Wow, very good, very strong mission. Just now we touched a bit on the training, that very tough training that both of you had gone through. Can you share a bit of the further insights of such training that you have gone through during your so many years of lion dance journey?
For me is that my old days is a hard time because we believe that you 苦练, then you have the success of what your result have. In every day, every week that you have to train 3 days of martial art, 3 days of lion dance, and basically when before you training, the trainer every time each leg have to kick 200 times, and you have to do some stretching, and then you have to do some mabu about 1 hour plus. Then after that, when the coach come, then you start to train martial art or lion dance. You'll take about another 3 hours. So add up all together is about 6 hours.
6 hours
every
a day.
day. Yeah.
So, and 6 days.
6 days.
Wow. Hey. So Kai Kiong, can you show me your school report book?
Yeah. Well, for those days, that time I really not very good in my result, but I managed to become an engineer servicer.
Wow, very good. That means you actually take care of both, you know. You take care of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
CC
yeah.
and your study,
The
actually.
training train you hard, and then to make sure that you understand life is always that hard, and keep on repeating. Keep on repeating every day. You keep on doing the same thing, but you have to love it. That is how you pick up the training.
Marvelous. How about
Yeah.
Jack then? How about Jack? For you,
Yeah.
the training?
For me, is our training during the 70s is from Monday to Saturday, 6 days a week. We start training from 7:30 to about 10 p.m. So, of course, Sunday is not official, but we still train on ourselves. So at that time, there's not so many events or so many activities for the young guys. Like nowadays, they play with handphone or computer. So
Yeah,
we train almost every night. So, but the lifestyle have changed currently because parents are more concerned about the studies of the children. All this. So now our training have changed. We only train on Friday night for lion dance and Sunday morning on martial arts. So we need to strike a balance.
Yeah. So last time you were training, basically it's 7 days a week.
Almost,
Wow,
yes.
Almost. We are the same time.
Yeah,
But now it's different already because of children, they need to study. So we always emphasize you need to have a good result so that you can devote to the society. Lion dance and martial art is a hobby, is a art to make your body healthy.
So the time had changed. So the thinking had also changed in that sense, right?
Yeah. Because I always believe that tradition, my master, whatever he teach me, I have to keep it and translate to the next generation. Like the grandmaster give to my master give to us, then we will give to the new generation. But culture, we have to change our mindset so that we can capture all the youngsters to interest what is lion dance and martial art.
I see. Yeah, I heard from Kai Kiong, you talk about Ma Bu and talk about have to learn basic martial art and that kind. I also heard from Jack that you have to learn acrobatic, you have to do a turning on air
Somersault,
for the knife,
yes.
somersault, that kind of stuff. Okay, that actually reminded me about the phrase I heard from, 南拳北腿. So it's actually talking about southern fist and northern leg. Is that the things that you are actually were actually trained for at last time?
Basically, for Hong Quan, that means it's Lan Quan. Hong Quan have a master of the 四个马步，四平大马，公字马，骑龙步，雕马。All these 4 steps, whatever you just make a step, you change that what you want the position is. And 洪家拳嘛, because you need to have the fist, you punching, and we train our wrist like an iron bar. So when a fist come, you block it, and then it's so hard that it's a metal rod is blocking you. So that is how you train to be a Hong Quan.
So we see from the film show is actually real, those kind of training.
Yeah, it's true. It's a hard training. Hard training for 铁桥还有马步.
I see. Yeah. How about Jingwu?
For us, it's still the same. Basically, your mapu or the horse stand and your footwork is very important. So after that, then is your waist power, and you need some jumping skills, because for lion dance, you need to jump, and then you need hand power, and we also need to do some somersault or this. So this is in a total, all in one. We have to practice everything.
Okay. I heard about
because if you master these both things, either you are lion dance of southern or northern, when you fall, the impact of your body you can sustain because you have this martial art in your scale.
I see. I also heard about 弹腿. Is that the Jingwu practice about 弹腿?
Yes, because we have 10 basic sets. So for beginners, the very first basic step, we have 12 Tan Tui, which is very popular. So there is a lot of practice on your footwork.
I see.
So maybe for Bei Pai Chuan, we have a lot of jumping, sidestepping. That's why they call it Nan Chuan Bei Tui.
Okay. So talk about all this. Can you share with us what are your founders' memory and the highlight of being in the Lion Dance troupe?
For me, because throughout I always very interesting with all the performing, because we have a family, and we have to pass down what have been teaching us, and bear in the mind that we don't change all the major step and the drum beat, all this, and hopefully that I can bring to another generation and another 100 years again.
Wow, marvelous. Jack?
Yeah, for me, my fondest memory, and I also feel very proud of Chin Wu, because during the 70s to the late 90s, our association was invited by Singapore Tourist Board and also Singapore Airline to promote Singapore. We participated in ASEAN Tourism Forum, Pasadena Rose Parade, Osaka Rose Parade, and even the SIA 10th anniversary in Germany. We went to 21 cities. It's almost a month we were performing there. Besides that, for SIA, we did a lot of inaugural flight. That means direct flight to places like South Africa, Darwin in Australia, New Zealand, Auckland, Christchurch, all these places, and etc. So besides that, we also do a lot of performance, and including when foreign ministries comes to Singapore, we were invited to perform in the Istana. And besides that, sometimes some GRCs activities, we are invited to welcome the ministers, especially the late founding minister, Mr. Lee Kok Leong. Least but not last, especially there's one of the series of $10 notes. You can see our lion is printed on the $10 notes.
Oh,
so
okay.
This make me feel very proud of our Singapore Chin Wu.
Yeah, I remember that $10 note. Yeah, when you talk about our late Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, it actually helped me recall that I think sometime in the 60s, before the national service days, So I thought when he was in Tanjong Pagar as an MP, he actually visited all these associations that with martial arts and with lion dance training, and actually asked you to join the volunteer corps. Is that true?
Yes, in fact, he did hold a meeting in our association in 1965 to encourage our members to join and volunteer as a volunteer corps. And many of our members volunteered to join to serve the country.
I see. Okay, very good. So now, we talk about our viewers. If our viewers now were keen to join the dance, can you share with us the selection criteria and your basic discipline you impose on these troop members?
For Hok San, I'm very welcome for all the young people who keen to learn this Hok San Association lion dance, and your duty is to be well behaved, and there's a rule in Hok San that you don't dye your hair, and you must be well do your part of education, and we always believe that a young man in this society must build up to be more practical, and 他的人品很重要. Even though how intelligent you are, you have to have the 人品. And the martial art will teach you 金木水火土, the 5 elements to ensure to how you respect to each other and keep it to be the next generation.
I see.
And your training is free.
Free.
You don't need to pay anything.
Okay.
You just come in and behave and learn as what you like.
I see. All races can join, I suppose.
All races can join, because I told you already, the tradition we have to bear it because it's the unique thing. Yeah. But culture is differently. Okay. You have to change your mindset with it. So I have a lot of students, like I have a Tamil student, I have a Vietnam student that learning here as a PhD, and now he back to Vietnam to do teaching.
I see. How about Jack? Can
Yeah.
you share?
For Chinwu, we are more than happy to have more members and younger generation, because of course we need people with good character. Because in Chinwu we have a motto that we have 4 words in Chinese: 爱国、修身、正义、助人。爱国 is patriotism, so to love your country, you know. And then 修身 self-cultivation, to self-discipline, to train up yourself. 正义 is the upright, you know, righteousness, justice, and benevolence to help people.
I see. I believe the then Prime Minister Lee would use your 爱国 to cycle you all to become a volunteer corps. Yeah.
Perhaps so.
Yeah. Okay, so for that, thanks so much for Kai Keong and Jack for joining us today. Kai Keong, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very honored to know you all. Thank you.
And Jack, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming to this show. Hope you enjoy the show and like the lion dance and join us in the lion dance.
Okay, perhaps
Thank
you
you.
can prepare. Perhaps you can prepare to absorb more members after today. Immediately.
Hopefully, hopefully.
So,
Hopefully.
so thanks so much for both of you. Now, to uncover more stories about Singapore's history and heritage, you can visit heritagefestival.sg to know more. Yeah, so with that, we conclude this program. Thank you, and thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.